Today I'm in London. I'm paying another visit just to sort out a few things, do a bit of admin, as it were. And I think I'm going to be kipping in one of the parks, Hyde Park or Kensington Gardens. I'm not sure at this stage. Currently in Knightsbridge. If you want to keep up to date with this little journey I'm on, I do have the complete series at the moment. I think there's 10 days in the winter, homeless winter series in my playlist. So jump over there and catch up with that. If you're new to the channel, stick around. It's pretty unique. I think you'll get a good insight into what it's like to not have accommodation and live off your own means and wits, as it were. The reason I've come to London is to move my bike that I have locked up, still there in plain sight. I can't believe it's still complete as well. It's been several months. This is my other bike, my single speed beater. Still in one piece, still got the Sinelli seat on it as well. Right, I shall be moving that tomorrow.
But that kind of like a very...
Oh, I need to pick up some milk as well. So, out of all you folk that watch this, how many have been to London? How many have not been to London? When was the last time you were in London? And what did you think of London? The last time I was here was just after the Epping Forest clip, actually. This is interesting, check this out. The bearskins with the hats that are still... They still shoot Canadian bears apparently for the hats. I'm sure they could find an alternative these days. I might actually introduce you to my mate Anders again for you newcomers that have not met him before. I think he might still be staying on the same doorstep as he's always been on since I've known him. He's a character. The Swan Whisperer of Hyde Park. Fuck. I'm a rodeo. They usually don't mind, I'm just going to use toilet. Mate, come on, it wouldn't last, man. No, I can't have you on the responsibility for this, mate.
You're right, but I can't.
You wouldn't take a punch for this bike, I would.
I get emails, I get in trouble,
they
question me. Yeah, this happens.
Even
delivery drivers.
Yeah, no, I understand, man, I understand. I know it's not your decision.
I'll keep an eye on it. If I see anything, I'll give you a shot.
Just let me go to the toilet, yeah? I'm going to chuck it here, though, if that's all right.
It's really not allowed here, so seriously, but...
I can't put it... No, I'll find a quiet alleyway. I don't want to get you in the shit, mate. No worries, dude, no worries.
I'll stand right next to you.
No, it's too exposed, eh? That's fine, man. Don't worry about it. And I'm heading into Hyde Park to have a scout for an area. I'm probably going to be kipping under my 2 umbrellas, my bike with my tarp spread out over the top, so it's a low set tarp, just to retain the heat. I'll spin you around, have a mooch at London. Turning right up here. little shortcut through to the park. I think we're past the worst of the damp. Now that autumn's pretty much done and dusted, and we're solidly into winter, and it's not as ground damp, which causes the issues with the condensation. There's a kids playground on the right here, so I'm just very conscious of what appears on the camera. Trying to avoid that. Not worth the headache otherwise. Actually, there's the lilo over there as well. Lilo's always a good shout. Trouble to get the bike in there though, that's the only issue. So this is one of the cycle paths in Hyde Park. Over that way there, that's the barracks for the cavalry division, I suppose. I don't know what else to call it. I'm sure one of you guys will know. One of the London-centric folk. Horse Guards? No, oh, it could be the Horse Guards actually. There was a sign over there, I never paid any attention to it. Swan Lake, that's also the boating lake of Hyde Park. And running around the Hyde Park as well, this section is the sandy track for the horses. Do quite often see the horses bolt as well. You get the odd one on occasion, where they've bucked the rider off and gone their own free way. It's always a bit of fun to see that. Uniform and riding boots running after a horse. It really is amazing how bare the trees are, how bare the park is compared to prime time lush season. You can see everything. This is the time of year when you find all people's stashes that they've stashed in the trees, and there's a lot of homeless people that tend to hide their bedding up the trees under the foliage. And I bet if we spend a bit of time riding around, you'd see quite a few. So mate, just on your left. Amazing, it's no foliage at all. It's winter, I suppose. That's quite cool around the base of that tree. Now, of course, the obvious trick of today's exercise of kipping in a royal park in winter is to find suitable foliage to stealthily hide yourself, so there's no hooligans that bother you. Is it doable? I know there's a couple of evergreens around, if they're not already taken. There won't be many, but the odd few. So it looks like there may be a few options around here. Probably about the best we can do. I think once dusk is here and the tarp's down, it shouldn't be too bad. I did like this, I passed it just before, in the middle of this lot here. There's also that big tree there as well. We've still got time. We'll have another mooch. Might go further over this way, see what's happening. Excuse me. It's this time of year too, the park closes a bit sooner. I think they're normally like half hour before dusk. But there's no police now that patrol, there's no parks police anymore. They got rid of them at the end of last year. Cost cutting. So you can just imagine the type of place this is going to end up being. It's going to be full of homeless people sleeping. But they need a bit of peace and quiet. Yeah, there's nothing over there from what I can see. Well, whatever, I won't get on the bike, so we'll get over there a bit quicker. I'll bring you back. Okay, so I think I've got my spot here. My plan. Also, by the way, I'm using a new mic. I've invested in you guys. I've invested in the DJI Mini mic. So it gives me 2 transceivers, very few settings, because it is just basically a plug and play, which is where I think I was messing up with the previous configuration, because I just couldn't get the settings right. Looks like somebody else's, yeah. Oh, somebody's stash. There's all sorts in there. Baked beans. Oh, there's loads of stuff here. It's all been covered up. I'm not going to go through it because it doesn't look like it's been. Well, obviously it's rotted down, so it's been there before. There's another one up there. In fact, for those that are astute, you may recognise this spot. If I stand back here and show you that, who's going to do a side-by-side screen grab of my first time using the Brolly bunker, the video from last year? You'll notice these two trees, but they were in foliage back then. I didn't realise that till after I'd stopped here. I thought, hang on a second. So there's a reason I've come back to this spot. But my idea is, wind's coming in from this direction here, so it's coming down like this. I'm probably going to keep my bike at where it is. Take my sleep system off, obviously. Take my food off the front and my ground mat. I'm going to have it laying here, my head up there. I'm going to get both my brollies and put them down in this area and pin my big green tarp over the whole lot to give me a low profile where it retains the heat a lot better. And with the wind coming in there, I've got the logs and the bike and the tarp going over the top there to stop the draft from coming in under the tarp. When I start to assemble, I will bring you back. It's getting cold. I'm going to make a start, even though we're not quite dark yet. Never mind. Now this one, especially when you're building it on your own, there's a little bit of adjusting. It's a bit fiddly. When it's up, when it's complete, it's actually really cozy. But you have to keep stretching in a way just to get it just right. It is quite difficult with just one person. If you can hear any like chanting or yelling in the background, that would be the Iranian embassy where they're currently protesting. And there you have it, folks. Might just grab a quick thumbnail actually. Might be a go. My go-to for winter. When I've got the option to use it, I will. It's very low to the ground. It's good at keeping the wind out. It's good in strong wind as well because it's quite low profile. Hey guys, so it is, it's not even 6 o'clock yet, but I'm feeling pretty shattered. Not sure why I'm feeling shattered, but I am. I'm gonna hit the sack, sleep. Morning folks. So it's just after 6 in the morning. I'm pretty much in the middle of Kensington Gardens and it's raining. Can you hear this? And I'm dry. And I'm dry because I'm under my Brolly bunker, which, turn my light up. Let me show you. I'm sure some of you may have seen it before. So I've got my Brollies propped up like that. There. Tarp. Bicycle here. Leaning against a fallen tree. My associated shite lying around the place. But I'm warm, I'm comfy. I've just checked the temperature. In here, it is 8.5 degrees. It's 8.5 degrees in here. I've got the probe sitting just outside.
well, it's not really outside, but it's on the other side of the log, so it's still under cover, but it's not out in the rain. And that's what it's showing in out just down on the other side, so 6.6, and that is still dropping slightly. But I mean, it's not that cold at the moment, is it? Really? But yeah. And I've got enough room to sit up, and I've got my broom handle just here. It's giving me a bit of head height. Now there's only one downfall with this. It's condensation, because it is set quite low. It does, but because it's on a nice even slope all the way around, then it doesn't actually drip on you. It just runs down. Anyway, I'll check back in later. Good morning. No, this is not another foot fetish segment for those that are going to query that. It is more of a thank you and appreciation segment of this, because with some of the support that that's been shared to me, that's been given to me, I've invested in some winter goodies. These are a Lorpen ski sock that they use for skiing. Not your normal type of sock, but they just feel so warm and cozy. My feet have been fine since I've been wearing these. Well worth the money that I invested in that. That was one thing. And the other one is a pair of merino undergloves to wear under my yellow leather gloves. Again, these are just, you can just feel the quality in them. They're really good. And so far, since I've been wearing them, since I've been wearing both these, no problem in the toes or fingers going numb department, that's for sure. So, to those of you that helped me get these, appreciate it. God, look at the hair again. You can tell I've just woken up. Still in Kensington Gardens. Back in London for a short while, till I move off south again. So it's daylight. I'm here. You can probably see this bunker, the Brolly bunker, a little bit better now. I am going to go outside in a moment. And outside, that sounds weird, doesn't it? Go outside, I'm already outside. Go out from under my tarp in a moment and show you what it looks like from the outside and where I am exactly. You would have got a fair idea at the beginning, but it's always good to see it the day after. Kept me dry last night because it didn't half rain. I could hear the rain coming down most of the night. And temperature wise, outside is actually in here it's nearly 10 degrees, so we're doing all right. It's not a cold day, to be fair. Anyway, I'm just brewing my tea. I'm going to pour myself another cup with some honey. Good shout on whoever suggested using the honey in the tea. I did get some of that honey, and I've been using half a teaspoon instead of sugar, and I do feel better actually for it. So whoever that was, thank you very much. I'll get this brewed, screw the top on, crawl out from under. That is one of the downsides of the Brolly bunker. There is no sort of doorway as such, so you've got to sort of slip under. It's like being birthed. I think it's lunchtime. I'm still here. I'm going to head out and look at the sky. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. What am I doing stuck indoors for? I've not been disturbed, which I thought very strange. This is it in daytime. See my pole sticking up the middle? My pole sticking up the middle. There's more stash stuff there, look at that. What is all that? There's a book. Oxford Dictionary. cutlery. What the hell's that? Loads of stuff. Ooh. Bar of soap, I think, by the looks of it. No. Looks like something funky. Very strange. Lighter. I'm not going to go rummaging because it's not my stuff. And no doubt he may come back or she may come back, who knows. The wind has changed direction. Now the wind is coming from that way. That's alright, I'm still sheltered because of the shape of it, you see. It's the shape, it buffets, not sure what the word is I'm thinking of. Deflects the wind in all directions because of the shape. I liken it to a limpet. Those limpets that are stuck on rocks in a way. A deformed shaped limpet. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Where am I? Bed hair heaven, that's where. Bloody hell, feel that. Feels like what I slept on the other night. Straw. Did you enjoy that episode? I enjoyed making it, I enjoyed sleeping it, and I especially enjoyed making the bed. Straw bales in a barn. Bliss this time of year. Although this is not too shabby. The old Brolly bunker in the middle of Kensington Gardens on this nice and balmy winter morning, by all accounts. 6.8 degrees. Wow. Who would have thought? Let's chuck that outside, see what that is out there. Ugh. Right, let's get the brew on. Another pleasant couple of days was had there in Kensington Gardens. Now let's continue this adventure. Where am I off to? Where will the next episode see me? Shall I tell you? We're heading south. We're eventually going to go to Europe. But I'm going to take my time getting in the south coast. Over the ferry, over the water. Stay tuned.